So this is the Vistula, and it's famous for being the route of transportation for the Hanseatic League, which is the only thing that I remember from AP European History in high school. So we are in Krakow. We made it to Kazimierz, where we're staying, which is the old Jewish quarter. And we are starting our tour of the old Jewish sites. This synagogue behind me, the Ramu Synagogue, is actually where Yom Tov Lippman Heller is supposedly buried. Yom Tov is supposedly one of Yair's ancestors. So Yair has gone in to light a candle for him. I can't go in, I'm waiting outside because the spaghetti straps have striked again.
The cool thing is that this wall on the other side is a collection of tombstones. The Nazis tried to demolish as much as possible from the synagogue, and the little successes they had was ruin some of the older tombstones that were in the cemetery, and those that they did manage to break and destroy were collected to form the other side of this wall, so you can see a lot of the tombstones and their engravings on the other side.
Do you think these are supposed to look like
Yeah, of course, 100%. But these are menorahs because look, they have 7. It ends here, obviously, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are menorahs. Menorah is the symbol of Israel, whereas Chanukiah has 9, is the symbolic, what do you call it? A candle?
Candle holder.
Candle holder of Hanukkah.
So behind me is the Isaac Synagogue, and it's actually the source of a really interesting legend. So supposedly there was a very poor Jew named Isaac who was from Krakow. He had a dream that if he went to Prague, he would find all these riches buried under a bridge. And so he went to Prague only to find that the bridge was surrounded by soldiers, and the soldiers walked up to him and said, what are you doing here? So he told them, and a soldier said, "You're such a fool. I've been having dreams my whole life of a Jew from Krakow coming here who had riches buried under his stove, but I'm not going to go to Krakow to find those riches." So Isaac went home, looked under his stove after this hint that the soldier gave him, and found riches upon riches, and so then he became the richest man in Kazimierz. So this synagogue, the Isaac Synagogue, is named after him. Good morning from our beautifully sunny Airbnb. As you can see above me, we have a skylight. It's so nice here. Today we are actually headed to Schindler's factory, which we didn't buy tickets for, so we're gonna see if we can get in. It's pretty early in the morning, and apparently if you arrive by 9 a.m. you can see if there's any extra tickets before all the reserve spots come in. So we're gonna try to do that. We heard a rumor that Schindler's factory was free on Mondays, and it's true. We just walked up and it's free. So we just finished up at Schindler's factory, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, it's a great museum, very informative about Nazi occupation in Poland during the wartime, and even about the Jewish ghetto in Krakow, but there was only like one room dedicated to Schindler, and I feel like it would almost have been better if the factory was just like preserved, because at the end of the day you come there for Oskar Schindler and that history. That being said, if you're in need of a really good museum about the history of Poland during World War II, I mean, this one is it. They did a fantastic job. So this is the main square of the ghetto in Krakow, and I'm fairly certain that this is where they would have made selections based on who was fit to work and who was to be sent to Auschwitz. So, pretty daunting reality. Okay, I was wrong. Apparently, according to this plaque, the people who were selected here to go to a camp were actually sent to Belzec and not Auschwitz. I'm sure maybe some of them were sent to Auschwitz, since Auschwitz is the closest camp to here. But the plaque says Belzec, so. Just finished the day.
It's been a very long day.
That bus.
Very heavy.
Okay, here's a word of advice. If you don't like crammed spaces, do not take the bus to Auschwitz. Take the train. Even though the train will require more walking, the bus literally is the most interesting.
It's like the kind of minivan that your mom had when you were younger. It's very crammed.
Yeah, you're like in a soccer mom's van for 2 hours.